Action. Anyway, I had a suggestion. I was told that I need to record every time I cook. So I already started, but what I'm making tonight is some gumbo. Authentic New Orleans gumbo. I already, shoot, I'll just turn the camera around. Anyway, fresh andouille sausage, or andouille, I don't know how you pronounce that shit. Anyway, got my trio. Instead of trying to chop it up myself, I just put them in the food processor. That's what they for. All right, so I got me some rotisserie chicken that I made in the pressure cooker. This thing's become my new best friend. Right now I'm about to start on the roux, which is the most important part of gumbo. So y'all caught me at the time right when I'm about to do this. So here we go. There's something else. I ain't gonna show you, but we got some crab legs, some crab claws, and oops, got me some crawfish tail meat and some hand-picked claw crab meat. I'm going to be adding that in at the end. You do not want to add this in at the beginning because it will overcook and thin out. But it's going to be delicious. Oh, of course, you know, corn and okra and all the other vegetables and stuff too. So your boy's a little hungover on New Year's Day, so this is our New Year's meal. So we got some greens with some pork neck bones, and we're gonna have some black eyed peas with turkey neck bones added in there. Then I'm gonna be making me a homemade cornbread as well. That, along with the gumbo, should be more than enough. But yeah, your boy was out of commission on New Year's Day. Now with this roux here, with this recipe, it calls for 3/4 cups of bacon drippings. I really didn't have no bacon drippings, but what I did do, I took the drippings from the sausage and added the rest to olive oil and mixed it in together. So it does have a little bit of that sausage dripping, cooked, smoked flavor. And then you're gonna add a cup of flour to this, and you're gonna stir until it's brown, dark brown. You gotta take your time with it, don't burn it. I need that rounded spoon. Then go ahead and add the wood. Add in the flour. I'm gonna cook this on a medium low. Medium low. Okay. So after you get to the color of a rich mahogany color, you want to remove it from the heat, but keep stirring it until it stops cooking. You want to keep stirring it so it doesn't, the heat in the pan doesn't burn the roux. And like this time, I really took my time with it. Get that rich, creamy roux. The interception? Oh. Yep. Okay, at this point, what we're gonna do now is add in the vegetables to the roux after it stopped cooking. Stirring constantly. Get this out of there. What that is. Roux nice and thick. So now what we're gonna do, stir in the vegetables. Into the roux. Then we're gonna cook this on medium-low again, stirring constantly for about 10-15 minutes until the vegetables are cooked. We're also gonna go ahead and add in the sausages that I've already browned. Everything's good and coated. Now things are about to get fun. Once the vegetables are softened, you're going to remove it from the heat and set it to the side. Like about 5 more minutes. So set this to the side. It's cooking nicely. It's starting to smell real good up in here. Alright. Take this off the heat, set it to the side. Next, we got to put in 6 bouillon cubes, but I got this beef powder, but basically a teaspoon of this equals a bouillon cube. So beef bouillon cubes, 6 bouillon cubes, and 3 quarts of water into a Dutch oven. Remove it from the heat, set aside. Let this steam a little bit. You want to bring this bouillon beef cube water mix to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, you want to, till all the bouillon cubes dissolve, or the powder dissolves. Then after that comes to a boil, we're going to reduce heat. Then add this, which is the roux mix, to this. Then it gets really interesting. Yeah. All right, so we're going to be adding this in after we put in the roux to the broth, but it's not boiling yet. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get this ready now. So what we got is 1 tablespoon of white sugar. If it wants to pour, come on. I don't have no problem going into my coffee. That's why I had to cut it out. 1 tablespoon of white sugar. Salt to taste. Like I said, I'm not a big salt person, but I'll do a half a teaspoon of salt. Then hot pepper sauce. What basically what I want to say is 2 tablespoons of pepper sauce or Tabasco, for, if you know, just to your taste. I'm just gonna use my go-to, some Texas Pete here. And it says to use 2 tablespoons. I'll go 2 tablespoons. That's not gonna make it too hot. 1, 2. Then Cajun seasoning, we're gonna add in 1.5 teaspoons of Cajun seasoning. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the full tablespoon of Cajun seasoning. Like I said, you can do your recipe how you like. Really, I'm gonna do 1.5 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning because I like my gumbo to taste like gumbo. Then 4 bay leaves. 1, 2, 3. I got 3. And then have 1/2 tablespoon of thyme. My cornbread talking to me, telling me it's done. Half a teaspoon of thyme. I'm gonna mix this up a little. One can of stewed tomatoes. One can of tomato sauce, 8 ounces. Now I'm not going to be adding this until after the roux and the broth mix boils for about 45 minutes, but we're going to boil it no, I'm going to, after I mix it in. So that's gone to a boil. We'll mix in this deliciousness, the roux mixture. Try not to splash. The vegetables are good and soft. They've soaked up all that roux. And let that return to a boil, and as soon as that returns to a boil, we'll mix in the ingredients that I just mixed together. It's got a nice chocolatey flavor look to it. Yeah, rub my eye. Okay. About to add this to the gumbo mix, and that's gonna cook for about 45 minutes. But what I have to do now is add 2 tablespoons of oil, bacon drippings, but I don't have bacon drippings. And to that, you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And we're gonna place that in the pan. And we're gonna prep the okra. And what I got is not just okra, but I got what we call a gumbo mix. That's gonna cook for 15 minutes. We're gonna let that go with medium heat 15 minutes. We're gonna add in the mixture. Stir, bring to a boil. Well, really, we're gonna let it simmer. Basically, cook on low. We don't have enough room for all that. I'm about to get my other pot. I think I'm gonna have to get my other pot. I think I'm gonna get my other pot. Think I'm gonna get my other pot? Should I get my other pot?
It should be enough. You're gonna add the vegetables and that's it, right?
Vegetables and the crab meat and other stuff.
That should be enough. What's the other stuff?
Crab meat, the
That should be enough.
shrimp. So then we're gonna chop up the chicken breast, the rotisserie pressure cooked chicken breast. It's juicy as hell. This is going to me. He threw it on his players. At about the 45-minute mark, we'll add in 2 teaspoons of gumbo filet. I love gumbo filet. I can't get enough of it. I like to add a little bit on top of my gumbo after I serve it, after I plate it. I had to get my big pot. It's simmering. So in about 5 minutes, maybe less, I get to add the fun stuff. I did a dang on time-lapse video, but basically that was the crawfish tail meat. Mix that in. We're gonna drop the temperature a little bit because it still was a little bit cold because it just thawed out. And also too, then we got our lump crab meat. This is a little frozen still, but it's gonna get unfrozen when you want one of these. Yeah. Thought I thought it out. Just the lump crab meat. Break that up. Then we got crab claws. Get all that in there. My phone died, but added the shrimp, added the crab, added the crab meat, added the chicken, added the crawfish. There's one more thing. Added the big crab legs. And we'll let this simmer for another 30 minutes. It's gonna be ready to eat. As soon as that shrimp settles, we're gonna be good to go. But before my battery die again, I wanted to get this. After adding the seafood, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and 2 more tablespoons of gumbo filet right before you serve. Looking forward to it. So here we go. I didn't finish till like after midnight last night, so this went straight into the refrigerator. But this is the final result. I'm warming it up now. And one thing that really amazed me was, after sitting in the refrigerator overnight, there was not that little fat cap where, you know, like you get that little top layer of fat that solidifies at the bottom of the refrigerator. How it is right now, exactly how it came out the refrigerator. So that means I did a real good job with the roux. I got all these different ingredients in there. You can see the crab legs, the crawfish, the sausage, the chicken, the claws, the crab leg bodies, vegetables, and it tastes absolutely delicious. I tasted it cold and it was still good. All these good pieces of meat. Okay, it's starting to boil now. Is that a boiler here? Uh-oh. And I'm only scraping the bottom to make sure it doesn't burn on the bottom. Because whenever you warm up gumbo, you gotta be careful not to warm it up too fast, or then it'll scald or burn on the bottom. I don't want it to happen. So I got me some fresh batch of cornbread in the oven. Got all them damn crab claws. Yeah, it's on and popping tonight. And when I tasted it, even tasting it cold, oh my God. It's got that twang to it, you know what I'm saying? That gumbo twang, I can't explain it. But those of you who know, it ain't gumbo unless it got that thing, that twang. Maybe it was the origination of that song. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that twang. Shoo-wop, 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 shoo-wop. Yeah. A few more minutes. And there we go. Serve over rice with as much as this you can put on it that you can stand. Enjoy. Think about this, I always love eating gumbo a day or two after it's made. And then when I open this up, I don't see none of that fat collecting at the top. I mean, you got a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But usually if you got a whole lot of fat, it'd be like a fat cat. Remember, juice and goodness. I'm about to warm this up and partake. black eyed peas, neck bone, turkey neck bones, cornbread, mustard greens, and turkey necks. Not turkey necks, pork neck bones. Yes.
Delicious.
What she said.